Last year I met with one of my former students, and he was in a business class that I taught, and he was working at a restaurant, and he'd always had this dream of starting his own restaurant, but he didn't know where to start. And I've never owned a restaurant, never even worked in a restaurant, but I had some ideas that I wanted to share with him, and I want to share with you some of what I shared with him. So a lot of it came from using AI to give ideas. Now, I will say this, AI is a powerful tool. AI is not going to do the business for you. But a lot of times when we go to have a business idea or writing idea or whatever it is, we find ourselves staring at a blank page like this, and we got nothing. And that's a terrible place to start, and we can get stuck. So ChatGPT and other AI platforms can give you a great foundation with which you can iterate and reiterate on. I think people don't use it enough. So here is a little bit of what I walked him through. We went to ChatGPT. You can use the free version or the paid version. I think paying $20 a month is a steal for the ChatGPT features you get. So I'm going to give a little example here. And now you can actually, another underutilized feature, I type really fast, so I often type in here, but I speak even faster than I type. So highly recommend coming in and actually using the chat feature. My name is Darian. I am 19 years old and I work in a restaurant, but I am looking to start my own restaurant. I think I want to start with a food truck, and I only have about $2,000 saved up to start, but I want to go all in. So what are some options I can do for my food truck, considering I can't buy my own truck yet? Can you help give me some ideas? So I didn't even have to type anything. I just used the record feature. I gave some, this is fake information, and we're going to let ChatGPT run with it. It's giving me some positive feedback, and then it's giving me some options. So it's telling me that I can make a menu, pop-ups, events, church events, school fundraisers, so on and so forth. So it's giving me several options in here. It's a great place to start. Now, let's take one of these options. So let's go with option 3. I like that option. So we're going to go with, let's go with option 3. Can you give me the steps I would need for my first week getting started? So I'm asking it for concrete steps. What do I do here? It's giving me some feedback. It's giving me a day-to-day first week playbook. It's giving me a goal. Now, if I'm Darian and I'm looking at this, I might say, hey, this is a little too easy or a little too hard, and I can tweak it based on if I'm working 60 hours a week and I'm going to school, this might be too much. Or if I've got no current work, I may have a ton of time on my hands, and this might be too simple, and I can crank this up. So you can give ChatGPT feedback in your next response. It's telling me to lock in my concepts. So what's my restaurant type? Figuring out who I sell to. So this is really powerful here. Finding your niche and your audience, and then a rough price point. I like that it says not to overthink here, because you can spend hours and hours going back and forth on your price. Just pick a price. You can always reiterate later. Don't print out menus. Keep it digital for now so it's easy to update. It's encouraging me to find food truck owners. This is one of the most powerful pieces. A lot of people will go in and make all the mistakes on their own. You're going to make mistakes, but a lot of people have done this before you, and they've made mistakes, and oftentimes they're happy to share their experience with you. Everybody seems to love talking about themselves, and you can learn from their mistakes. So buying them a $5 cup of coffee and asking them to share about their experience with you can save you $5,000 in mistakes, because the mistakes have already been made, and now you're just taking their expertise. So finding local food truck owners, it's going to have to get out of your comfort zone and talk to people, and some people are going to not be interested in talking to you, and that's okay. That's part of being a business owner. Here's a little script for reaching out. This is powerful, and I like here that it says send 5 messages, expect 1 to 2 replies. So it's building in, hey, you're going to get rejection or non-engagement. That's okay. And this is another powerful one, to learn the rules. So finding out the health department. Do I need a permit? Do I need permission to operate in a certain area? You don't want to get started and have people waiting in line, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're shut down. And then finding out your partnerships. So this is giving me a really solid 7-day plan. Now, it's giving me kind of what some next steps would be. I have some questions already ready. So I might say, help me make a 5-item menu for my Mexican Guatemalan fusion restaurant food truck idea. Now, I might already have an idea for the food I want, but this could even just help me name it or just give me some ideas. It's just given me 5 really cool ideas. I might love these, I might not like them, so I might have it adjust, or maybe I don't have access to some of these ingredients, or maybe it's just too many ingredients to carry on hand. I can simplify this to 2 or 3. It's even giving me a price point. So now I might say, help me make a 1-page menu that I can easily digitize. All right, so here's my 1-page menu. I might say I need this in both English and Spanish. Can you please create a bilingual menu? It's going to do it for me in a heartbeat. All right, now next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say, please give me a actually, before we do logo, please give me 5 options for the name of the business. We can reiterate later. A lot of people hesitate on creating the name of their business because they feel like they're stuck with it forever. Companies change names all the time, rebrand all the time. The biggest hurdle is starting. So come up with something. It's going to give you a few ideas. You might like them, you might not. But come up with a name. Don't not start your business because you don't have a name. So now I got 5 options for a name. Cool. Now I'm going to have it make me 2 images. First one, I'm going to have it give me some options for a logo. So I'm going to say, can you please give me 3 options for a simple logo? Include a taco and the Guatemalan flag or a resemblance of it. Now, this actually would have came out better if I had chosen one of the names. So let's actually try this again. There's one other cool thing about AI is you can just reiterate all the time. So I'm going to come back up here and choose, let's see, where's my names? I'm going to choose, let's see, Fuego y Maíz Street Eats. So make a simple logo using the name, and I'm pasting it. So now I'm telling it the name to use, and it's creating the image for me. Now, you may love this logo. You may not like it at all, but it's something to start with, and you can reiterate. Another thing I recommend is using multiple AI platforms to create using this prompt, and you'll get 3 or 4 different options, and you can pick one that you like. Again, you can always change this later. So now we've got something to start with, and then I want to go beyond, because maybe I want to put out like a social media post or something like that. I might say, please create an image. Actually, before I even create the image, I want it to help me make a prompt. So help me make a prompt for an image displaying a 19-year-old Guatemalan man operating a food truck by the name of Fuego y Maíz Street Eats. He is smiling in the window, handing out food to a happy client. Now, I'm going to ask it for the prompt, not the image, because if I asked it for the image right now, it's going to make some assumptions. So I just want it to have me make the prompt. So I'm going to tell it, don't make the image yet. Now, not only is it giving me a really good prompt, it's also telling me where I can go to have it create the image. So what I would recommend when I'm going to have this image made is have ChatGPT make it, but also go to these 4 other options given to you and go to Adobe Express and Grok. Go to as many of these places as you can to get out some free images, and then just pick the one that you like the most. So this is a little bit long, so I might need to tell it to say, make it 3 to 4 sentences. You can spell things wrong in ChatGPT, it'll pick it up. And then as I'm reading through it, before I have it make the image, let me make sure this is correct. So do I want the blue, white, green, or do I want to go with different color schemes, right? Do I want the joyful, community-driven, cinematic feel? Like, does this line up? And if it doesn't, I can just simply change it myself or ask it to rewrite it. But I'm going to go ahead and say, please make the image. Okay, so I got my first iteration. It's actually using the same logo it helped me create earlier. Cool. Now, if I like this, great. I can use this to post out on social media. Hey, I'm starting my food truck. Here's where I'm going to be. Here's the menu. Come check us out. Or I can reiterate and say, hey, I don't actually like that. Make it a further distant view. So you can spend a lot of time on this. Don't spend too much time on it. But you don't always have to take the first thing it gives you. Now, the next thing I want to say is, well, I'm not good with numbers, right? So help me make a budget. I need to know, like, how do I do my budget for the first month? So I might say something like, please help me create my first month's budget. Make something I can easily copy or move into Excel or Google Sheets. And I might even say, please separate startup costs from operating expenses. Before I put this in, 2 points. One, having some life experience, I kind of knew what to prompt here. So what I'm asking it is really helping it give me what I want. If you're 19 and you're starting this, you might not know what to ask. So what you might say, I'm going to go ahead and do this prompt, but let me cut it for a second and say something like, what else should I be thinking of? And it is going to give me like, hey, here's what maybe you haven't thought of, right? And it's going to tell me, hey, here are some things to consider, legal and permits, yada, yada. Things that maybe you haven't thought about that are really important for your business. So it's giving me several items here. And this is one we hadn't even thought about here, speed of service. What if you crush it right away and you got 100 people in line, people are waiting, and then they complain? What happens then, right? Do I need other people? So these are all things maybe you haven't thought about. But let's go back to the other item here. And that's this, help me build my first month's budget. So, couple things. One, we started from nothing. We had an idea, and all ChatGPT gave us all of this. Now, are we going to use all of it? Maybe, maybe not. But we have way more than we would have had if we were just staring at a blank screen. So this is much more than we originally had. Now, I want to go ahead and take this. This doesn't look like a sheet, right? But I can come in here and I can either open Excel or, fun fact, you can go to sheets.new and it'll open a blank sheet for you. And I'm going to simply paste this. Let me see. If it's giving me in that comma separated, like just commas area, just go to data, split text to column, and it'll split it for you automatically. And now I've got my first page, and it actually gave me a second one, so I can come here and do my operating expenses and copy that into a new sheet. Do the same thing, data, split text to columns. And now here, it's a little, I need to make a couple adjustments here, but for the most part, it's ready. So this is a starter budget that I can use. Now, if you want a more high-powered budget that you can use, I have an example one that I will link that you're welcome to use. It's a personal budget, but it would work for business as well. And now I've got a lot of information to get started. So what I think AI has done here is it's taken the 19-year-old potential entrepreneur from, oh, I could never start a business, I don't know what to do, to, hey, here's the steps. And for the 19-year-old entrepreneur, what, or 29 or 39 or 59, it doesn't matter how old you are, going from, I don't know what to do, so I'm stuck, to I know what to do, and now it's just about execution. The reality is 9 out of 10 people might get here and they're still not going to execute. So if you go through these steps and you execute, you have a high chance of success. In entrepreneurship, you need to know you will fail. You will make mistakes. You will lose money. It is all part of the cost of playing the game. But the end goal of, one, you're developing yourself, all these skills you're learning stick with you for life. And then eventually, after 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 10 failed attempts, you will find something that you are extremely successful at. So the importance is to not see failure as bad, to see failure as part of learning and growth. keep going, keep reiterating, and enjoy the process. So I hope this has been helpful for you. If there's another video I can make or another topic, I'm happy to continue to do this. And please share this with a friend. Have a great day.